All right, so this is an update, October, I don't know, 8th, I think it is, on the Shady Nook Rental. And so this is one of the things I did today, kind of a new experiment. So watched a bunch of videos. I've talked about this for a little while, doing paper bag floor. So this is basically what it turned out like. So it's pretty simple. You mix up, which I need to rinse this out, but anyway, you mix up some glue and water, about a gallon of glue. At first I did it 50-50 on this section over here, and then somewhere around here I switched it. No, actually it was over here a little farther. Anyway, I ran out, and so I mixed it 1/3 glue, 2/3 water. That was a little better. So anyway, I did two different systems here. I did that side over there. I actually smoothed it out after I laid it with this it's kind of like a rubberized roller. It doesn't go on a paint roller. I don't actually know what this thing is for, but anyway, that's what I used it for, was to I just basically like slid it along there, flatten that out. So that's why that side looks different than this. It doesn't really matter if this matches all that much, because as you can see, the dryer goes there, the washer goes here. So this is pretty much going to be covered by appliances. And actually, this is going to get a vinyl floor over it anyway. This section, I'm going to do a seam right here. But I just wanted to kind of experiment. I'm going to wait till it dries. It's still a little wet. That's why it's all white. That's the glue. Kind of see what it looks like, which side I like better. That way I can decide, because the kitchen itself is going to get this floor. And I want this to dry to see what it's going to turn out like, and then decide which way I want to go. I learned a few things along the way. One of the things is use a great big brush. I started with that little guy, which I need to put that in the water too, actually. That little chip brush, it takes a lot longer. A big quality brush like this is really the way to do it. Also, like I said, I mentioned I did those two different ways. The other thing is, you can do this just with polyurethane. It's a little cheaper to do with glue and water. That's why one of the reasons I chose to do it that way. Also, a lot of people online have done it this way. But some people say use polyurethane for both your undercoating and your over the top. I don't know if it wrinkles as much. That's one thing that is kind of frustrating. I'm hoping as it dries, some of these wrinkles go away. It was flat when I laid it out. I mean, it was almost perfectly flat. And there's all these wrinkles. And even over there, that's a little smoother on that side. This side wrinkled more. So I think I like the flattening it out better, but I don't know. I mean, the thing is, you take this paper right here, you rip it into chunks, and you crumple it up. And I actually dipped my hands in that water, and that helped a little bit to crumple it. Makes it a little weaker though, so you gotta be careful putting holes. I put holes in 2 or 3 pieces, so then I threw those away. But anyway, so it's a fairly simple thing, but when you crumple it up, you get this sort of, crinkly effect. Over there, after smoothing it out, that's kind of gone. So that side looks more like leather, and this side, I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to decide when it dries which one I like better, but that's how that turned out for now. So that'll dry overnight, and then tomorrow I'll figure out what I'm going to do, poly it or whatever. I finished up this window here. I had a little bit of painting to do. I painted the inside white, and then of course the rest of the wall is all gray. So that's done. A few of the other little things I got done. Fixed that light. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last one or not, but it switched it to LEDs. Took out the ballast and all that stuff. I finished the trim around these windows. Obviously I need to do some cleaning. This is pretty dusty, but anyway, I finished all the trim all the way around, and I got to poly it yet. Same thing with that window. That's all done now. I finished sanding everything in this room. This whole room's got to be painted. I need to pull the trim off yet to make that a little easier for Kristen. So this floor has, basically everything has at least 1 coat of poly. That back there has 2 in that section. I put the trim around the fireplace, the cord around here. Of course, it doesn't completely cover the gap. There's a little bit there, but anyway, and you can see my failed paint job there. That was an experiment in mixing paints that went wrong. So that is all going to be repainted. with this gray right here. It's kind of it's a little darker than what's in the kitchen, but it's not a super dark color. So anyway, that'll be the top over here, and then everything else that's green will be painted gray. So all the way around, so it'll stop right there. So I gotta do that yet. I put the front door, the screen door on. This is kind of a cool design actually. So what you do is you pull that, and then, oh yeah, it's the top. So you pull the top down, and then a screen comes with it. So you just kind of have an automatic screen door, which is pretty cool. A friend of mine sold this to me for pretty inexpensive, so I'm pretty happy with that. I gotta fix the door handle yet. He gave me all the stuff to do that. And then I installed this window in the front door. Of course, I did a separate video on that. I haven't put the door handles or deadbolt back on, but anyway. And I painted the door, fixed the threshold, well, somewhat anyway. So that door's basically done, other than installing some hardware. The spare bedroom is basically done. I still have to paint this, and then 2 coats of poly in the rest of the floor. The closet already has the second coat, so I just need to coat the rest of it. And then I'll do the third coat all at once in the entire place. Of course, I got to take all my tape down too from all that. Davina's room is essentially done, other than some poly and paint in the closet. Micah's old room is completely done. We painted the closet this weekend. Basically, actually, Kristen did. I just did some touch up after the fact. And this room has the second coat of polyurethane on it. So the only thing left to do in this room is the last coat of poly. The bathroom needs a ton of cleaning, and a few little things. I got to install all the new hardware there, the toilet paper holder and the towel holders and that kind of stuff. So I'll get all that done. Other than that, the bathroom is basically done. Hoping to paint the back door too, and as you can see, I installed the window crooked, so I need to straighten that up too. It's pretty simple to do all that, and the window has to come out to paint it anyway. So that's kind of where we're at for now. Just wanted to give all you guys an update, my family and friends, whoever's watching. So we'll talk to y'all later.